Hello, Saku. How are you doing?
Hello. Well, Turmion Kätilöt is playing over there in Pori. It seems that we're gonna have a huge night with the Nyrkkitappelu and Stamina. I'm just waiting for the night show. It's like the basic stuff when you're headlining a show is like it's basically just waiting and waiting and waiting. We did our sound check like I don't know 4 p.m. or something like that, and the show is 10 p.m. So it's just waiting in between.
Yeah. Are you going to watch the other band's show?
Yeah, for sure. Luckily, all our backstages are like right next to the stage, so we can see each other's show. I love Nyrkkitappelu and Stamina both, and especially Stamina is doing their anniversary kind of a special kind of show. Yeah. I already saw them once when we were doing a show together, but this time I can really watch the whole show because we can do our makeup and watch their show in the same time. So it's gonna be brilliant.
Yeah. That's the good thing to be in an arena from where people play okay normally. So it's a bit different from clubs or festival. Okay, festival is good because you can see a lot of band actually.
Yeah, but I think this is like this big arena kind of shows with multiple bands. It's like a small festival in a way.
That's
everything goes like in a festival manner. Everything is built up right. All the production for the stage, for example, for the bands is the same kind of like in festivals. When compared to the clubs, which are usually more intense, you are closer to the crowd. You cannot say it's like a better, but it's like a different kind of feeling, a different kind of vibe in those. But in those, usually you can't have like many bands playing at the same night. Not necessarily because of the space isn't enough or some other stupid reason why there can be multiple bands. But still, I think for Turmion Kätilöt especially, I think I love them all because it's like most of all we have to have the connection with the people. It can be dancing, it can be headbanging, it can be moshing whatsoever. But the most important thing that we need to connect. And luckily for us in Turmion Kätilöt, our fans are so. Well, they seem to love us so much that it doesn't matter if we are playing on the festival or in the club. It's different kind of atmosphere, but still they know how to party. So it's every time it's a blast for us.
Yeah. It's always a party with Turmion Kätilöt on stage, and the fans are crazy.
That's what we want to do, and as long as those people in the audience let us do it, we will totally keep us all.
Yeah. And do you know, I just realizing that this is the second time that we are doing the interview in this place.
Yes, I was remembering as well before you, when you called me, like, didn't we do it in the same place?
Yeah.
We had Metal Pizza as well. I don't remember, like some time ago.
But more than 1 year ago.
Yeah, and then we had this same kind of interview in the same place.
Yeah, and it was, I don't know if, was it the first time that we met or was the second? I don't remember if you played when it was still a Kino, because I did 2 interviews back then when it was Kino, but one was before you came in the band, and the other one, you were in the band, but I don't know if you were in the interview. Maybe yes, maybe not.
Who knows? Time flies. Lovely to see you again.
Yeah. And also the interview that we did here, you told me that I'm a normal person, that I'm too normal. But I'm not sure about that. Well, but let's get to important thing like your last album, Reset, that was released in 2024.
Was it that long a time ago?
Yes.
Okay, good that you know. Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't manage to interview you before than now, so I tried, but I don't know what happened. So let's talk about the album. What can you tell about that album, about the making of the album and lyrics?
I think the making of the album was, in a way, normal for us. For us, the our factory which produces music, so basically Janne and Petja, who are the main composers, it's like a non-stop. They just spit out new music constantly. So there is never like a problem when it comes to that, do we have enough music to release? But it's always more like a matter of compromise. Which songs should we pick? What kind of theme or what kind of soundsphere we want to have on the album. But this time we had some couple of crazy ideas like a Pulse or something like that. Let's go wild. And for some reason, Petja has been back in those days. Petja has been listening for the Finnish pop artist Kuuma. Yeah. And he was intrigued with the Finnish boy band singing style, and he thought that well, if that's pop, so we should twist it and do it in the Kätilö style as well for some song. So that's the reason why they have a new kind of cleans as well. But other than that, I think it is resetting some things. It was resetting our own mindset, what we should be or what we should be sounding like. Because Kätilö is always there is no rules. So it was more like a resetting that. You can think it resetting more about the world or yourself or whatever you want to mirror it. But for us, it's more like resetting the whole music thing for us, and letting go of the rules, going more and more again where we should and what we want. And that's what's the main thing, at least for me, in the album making. And I love it. Love how we had a variety of the singing styles, not just screams and punkish yells or something like that. It's more like a variety of those. But still, there is the basic rough Turmion Kätilöt sound, which we have always wanted to have. With even though the topics or the lyrics can be really brutal or go really, really deep, there is still something to disco about, and that kind of a sarcastic, ironic twist. I think that's the most important thing in our band as well.
Yeah. Where did you record the album?
When or
where?
Well, we as a band we have in this kind of lucky situation that all of us have our at least some kind of little own studio. Janne has the main studio place for us, so he's of course with the best equipment and stuff like that. But basically, we can all do our own recordings wherever. So I did some of my singing parts at Hyvinkää, in Klaukkola, some of my places. Petja did some in his place. I think guitars and bass was recorded at Janne's studio, and drums were recorded at Andero's own studio. So that's because we are constantly on the road, so it's impossible while we're touring to get all the 6 people in the same place in the same time, because besides the band living, we have families and stuff to do. So if we would be waiting for that, I think we will be waiting for the album for quite a long time. So to be honest, I don't even have one straight answer. I would say Kuopio was the main place because of the Janne studio. But lots of recording happened here and there wherever we just could find some time and slot.
Yeah.
Because, as you can see from our calendar, we are constantly on the road all the time.
So how do you make it possible to write new music? Since you are all the time touring, so are you writing new stuff while on the bus or before a gig? How does it work?
Everything can be an inspiration for a new song. For example, I love how Petja has he has a sample recorder all the time. When he sounds that sounded cool or that sounded cool, then he records it, then he samples it, and it might be and then he's okay, this is gonna be techno sound, and it's gonna inspiration for the next song he's gonna do next Monday after the shows. And that's how it goes on constantly. Of course, there's different kind of approaches for the song. For me, it's writing lyrics, for example. It's I have been doing that since I was a teenager, so it's a constant writing all the time. Of course, it's doing more melodies or some kind of hook, but I think its most important part is that some of us figures out some kind of hook, some kind of main melody, theme, the whole heart of the song. And after that, everything pops out quite easily. We can do really rough demos really, really fast, in a matter of hours, basically. If Petja calls me and we have this sound, could we do this or that? And I'm at work now, but after this I can go to the office and give me a couple of hours to have something. So I think the whole, how we can do this also, everything is so liquid, we can just change the timetables and we can do it wherever, whenever. That's the main thing, how we can manage it. Because we cannot do proper recordings while we're on the road, of course. It's more like a samplers or stuff like that, but still, it's no problem. When we were in Europe, in the bus, there is a lot of waiting in there, much more than this. So it's quite simple to have like a little keyboard and your laptop, and you can just write down music and stuff and ideas all the time.
Yeah, yeah. And talking about tour, you were actually on tour in the Central Europe at the beginning of the year. So how was that?
I loved how well in Turmion Kätilöt we are grateful for the audiences we have in Finland for sure, and well, some say we are one of the biggest bands in Finland, metal bands in Finland. So naturally, the audiences are quite big in our scene. But in a way, I love it when we went to the Europe. Of course, there are smaller audiences, smaller clubs, but it was more like back in the days, you know, when you had to do the work for every fan. And I think the Turmion Kätilöt as a band hasn't ever been in a better life condition like after the European tours, because it really grows up the hunger. It really pushes us to go to the limit. And of course, I have to appreciate the European, most of all, like Eastern European audiences, because they are so crazy. It's like they are just jumping all over the place and all the walls and moshing and stage diving and stuff like that. Like it's the whole animal side of the people comes out, and it's still like a normal Tuesday 7 p.m.
Yeah.
And that's like something that really inspires us.
Yeah, it's a bit different in Finland. Usually during the weekends, Friday and the Saturdays, like gigs day. During the weekend, it's maybe some big bands in Helsinki or Tampere or Turku.
Yeah.
Mostly, but usually it's weekend because people don't go to work usually the day after a gig.
Yeah, but I think it's like changing a bit. The whole Finnish live scene is changing bit by bit, like more like the Central European style. Like bands will play a little bit earlier. It's not like the band will play around midnight or something like that. It's more like a band will play, let's say, even the headliner starts around 8.
Yeah.
And that's the latest time it should start, and the whole night will be ending before 10. So even though you have to go to work, it's still not like an impossible task for you.
Yeah.
And more people are coming more for the music and more for the band. I don't mean that people didn't come for the music back in the days, but it's not like you don't necessarily need that much, at least so much alcohol like back in the days to enjoy the show.
Yeah.
And of course the shows itself, the whole musical scene has gone more like a visual in many aspects, at least in my opinion.
Yeah. Also because nowadays it's a bit different. Let's say that the live is the most important, because selling an album is very difficult. Yeah, there are still albums that sell, but with Spotify and stuff like that, people don't buy physical album that much anymore.
Yes, not so much like they did back in the days, of course. And I think I'm a little bit too young even to say about those days when the physical albums were in the highest. But like still, when looking into the conversations about like streaming numbers and how much is paid for the stream amount, I'm not the one to say you like how much is enough and how much should it be. But those people who say that there is no money more going in there, that's something I have to correct, at least for our part. Like, it's nothing compared to the good golden ages like the old timers tell us, but still, like it's still a sum of money, at least on our stream numbers and what we have. And I love it how like all the old vinyls and stuff like that has come back. Like they want it more like people want to have some physical evidence of their support of their music, and if some say better audio quality, okay, you can do that as well if you want, but most of all like you want to have some proper physical stuff to show. And Vesku says he's selling shirts and CDs and stuff in there, and I'm pretty sure even this night, even in Finland, even though we have like a really digitalized nation, I'm pretty sure he will sell tons of normal physical CDs in there because people just want to have those and maybe have autographs in there and something like that. It's not maybe about listening to the CD like you don't even have I don't even have a CD player. I think so. It's more like you have something physical to show.
Yeah. I must say that I also don't have a CD player, but I have a lot of CDs, and I still buy CDs. Also because in the CDs it's the booklet, the booklet experience.
Yeah.
It's like reading the lyrics, get to know who wrote. Also on Spotify you can read who wrote, but it's a bit different, I think.
There was this one band. Whatever it was, this was in social media or something. They had a really interesting topic, like people want to have some visuals, they want to have something physical in their hand, and they want to see lyrics, they want to see the band members, they want to touch something and still learn something about the band, not just looking at the Instagram. It's more like having something,
some insight,
something. So they were thinking like if people don't even listen to the CD, but they still want to buy something physical, why don't we just sell like a little booklets or something like a little notebooks or something like that which you can buy. That's perfect for you to get some like autographs. They might even do there's like lines where you can mark all the shows where you have been. There's something info about the band members, something you don't hear from every day, and that's kind of innovative thinking. That's what you have to do, of course, and I think that is quite cool. Even that, like a simple thing, like because even people already buy it for the booklet of this physical album, that they don't even listen to the album.
Yeah.
So why do we do the album then? Why don't we just do like a really cool booklet with stuff and interesting facts and?
There is King Satan, for example, he came up with this book with all the lyrics and other stuff.
Yeah.
And that was a success because people want to read, get inside the lyrics, it's something that maybe should be taking as an example maybe for future for the band, something to do.
Yes, I was thinking like for myself as a writer, it would be really interesting to, at least I think for me it would be interesting for bands I listen to have like a little book, for example, where it's like some notes from the writer, what he or she or whatsoever was going through when it was written, and what kind of situation, what was there. Was there some kind of story behind it? Was there some kind of, I had this crazy melody and then I just popped out like a da-ga-da-ga-da-ga-da and then I just wrote it or something like that, like one page of that and then next to it is the lyric itself. Or whatever suits the band's like a brand, but still I think it would be really cool and really give you more insight. And for me, I would love to have like a physical one of those, like a little book or note or whatever, but still like compared to that you can just watch the Instagram feed photo and cool, okay. It's like it's so plastic compared to like when you have like a real something in your hand.
That's true. Talking about the tour, so now you have still some gigs here in Finland.
Mm-hmm.
What's going on to happen in 2026?
Well, I hope that we have like a proper time to do some new music, start recording new music, and of course if we do music we have to release it someday as well. So I think next year we have been touring again quite a long time for the reset, and still it's not like there's no use of like try beating that already dying cow in a way. So I think it's more, I think we should, and at least it seems that we're gonna have a little break as well, like not so much shows, some months, so people can spend even some time with their families. It's really important to take care of those as well, because if we don't, I suppose there might be the day when there is no family waiting anymore, so we have to take care of that. And everybody wants to like really properly this time make some demos for the new songs, make some singing parts, like really give some more time to produce the album whenever it might come. So I think we will, at least I will have some time for that. And then we have some shows, some summer. Next fall, like 26, is still like quite a mystery for me at least. We have some ideas, of course, always looking for a new tour to the Central Europe or something like that. That should be like I think if some kind of support tour would be cool for us, if there is like a proper one to find. That might be, but still there are still quite many cards on the table, so we cannot even say what we're gonna do. So let's pack this year first and then start thinking more
for the next.
Yeah.
Okay, we are at the end of this interview, so thank you so much for your time. It was a pleasure to meet again. And would you like to say something to your fans and people that are watching this?
Take care of yourself, enjoy the shows, enjoy the music. Not just Turmion Kätilöt, enjoy the music. Come to the shows, remember to feel something in your life. If it shows, well, then the show is the place for you. If it's something else, do that.
Advice.